In this video, I'm going to share 8 question answers that you must know as a project manager that can help you in your interview. My name is Amer Ali, and my passion is to help project managers through doing PMP certifications, program management, ACP, etc. etc. And in this video, I want to touch another important topic is that is interviews question answers. Okay, let's start with question number 1. Now, you go to an interview, 90% of the time, the first question that they are going to ask you is to introduce yourself. Yes, it goes to such a basic thing that introduce yourself. Who are you? Now, the standard response, even for very senior professionals that we have seen in the interviews, is very straightforward. My name is First of all, this shows one thing: you are not prepared. You are not prepared for this question. You see, this using fillers like it's not very bad, but using them again and again and again, that can cause problem. So that is one of the biggest mistakes. Let's not do that. Second mistake that we do in this question is that they will say, my name is Amer Ali and I have did mechanical engineering in this. Then no, 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 no. They are asking you question to introduce yourself. But we need to understand what really they are interested in. What is one thing that interests them most, and that is their pain point. Guys, if somebody is hiring you, they are not hiring you out of love. That is for true. They hire you because there's a problem that you are going to solve. There is something, there's a need that they are going to do. No one wants to hire anyone. You see, I have almost 20 employee and I am hiring more people for Google ad, for landing pages, for Instagram handling, for sales calls. Now I'm gonna hire all these people. I'm gonna pay them a good amount of money. So I don't want to hire because that money is going to go out of from my pocket or my company pocket, whatever you want to say. So I don't want to hire. But the problem is that if I'm not gonna hire, who's gonna do this? Myself. My time is more important. I can do the other things. I can make this content which can help other people. So I want to help more people. So I am hiring them to help me build, expand my company. So coming back to the point, if they are hiring you, if they are hiring you, this means they need you. Straightforward. If they are hiring you, they need you, and they need you because of a certain problem. So if you want to introduce yourself, introduce it from backward. Currently, I'm working at this job. My skills are this, and these are my strengths, and these are my weaknesses, and I can help the organization in this way. They did not ask you to tell your education. They did not ask you to tell you what you did 20 years back. If you have done something that is extraordinary, like you are gold medalist in engineering, or you an author, I wrote these 3 books, as you can see behind, you did those things, you can tell them. But if something that is not in your resume, try to give those things, because they know that your name, they your name, they know your name is Amer Ali, they know their highest education. So repeating them does not help. That's a waste of time. I don't recommend it. So go with that, currently what you are doing, and then go to backward. Right? Now, I love to add one more thing here. I tell them your strength, your weaknesses, and how you can add value into your organization. Why? Because as soon as you are going to answer this question, the next question, which I don't know why people still don't work on that, is what are your 5 strengths and what are your weaknesses? Now, this is a question that has been asked, I would say, since the creation of time, and it will keep on be there. Like, this is a very actually important question. And I want to discuss here that if you don't say this question in your introduction, you must say it now. You must be ready that this question is coming. You see, if I am hiring a person nowadays, it's a time of digital marketing. So if I put an ad of I need a Google ad or Facebook, everyone is going to apply. I need somebody who's a perfectionist. I need somebody who can go and do a particular task. For example, while we were making a programmer, we were making my simulator. We needed a programmer who can program LMS system according to my customized requirement. So when I was interviewing it, I don't need somebody who does not have detail orientation. I need that. If that is your weaknesses, I don't need it. For example, if somebody asks me what will be my strengths and weaknesses, I will start with the strength. My strength is that I'm a goal oriented. I'm a hardworking person. I love to read books. If you give me a manual that is this long, you can expect that within 3 hours I can finish that. I love to make videos, content, and if there's a job where I have to explain people for a public speaking or make video, I would love to do that. I love to write. I have written more than 50 articles, 3 books. Uh, I'm a person who prefer to sit at one place instead of moving. So these are some of my strengths. My weaknesses, I watch too much movies, which take a lot of time. I am an introvert. I don't like to go to social gatherings. So if there's a job where I have to go to social gatherings and meet new people, I don't want to do that. Then I do too much texting. I eat spicy food. Some of the weaknesses. I'm not very detail oriented. I'm a high level thinker, a person who set the direction. One of my biggest strength is also I can see patterns in the repetitive jobs. If there's a repetitive job, I can identify the pattern and the most effective way. That is why I'm the best PMP trainer, right? Just to give you an idea, some strength and weaknesses. Why don't you put at least one strength and one weaknesses that you have in the comment? I would love to know you. Then next question can be like depending upon the job. Let's say you are IT project manager. This question will must be there. Give us a scenario when a stakeholder was unhappy with you and how did you manage them, or a client is not agreeing. It can also be reoriented into a way. Give a scenario. How did you handle a conflict among two team members? Now, this question can be in any direction, but you must be prepared for this question. You must have scenarios. Guys, to be very true, if you are a project manager, uh, if you are PMP, this means you have 3 years plus experience. If you are even not a PMP, wherever you are, you always have such scenario. The thing is that we don't document them. So I want you to stop this video right now, take out a pen and paper, and actually write down the scenarios in which you have solved these problems. Because let me tell you, very true, you have solved this problem in your own way. I can give you scenarios, I can give you some scenarios where I did it. But here, the most important thing is your own touch. Because what you can tell is your own story, and story has more power. The real story has more power than anything else. Okay, you can tell me, so what happened like 2 months back, my customer said me that we want this delivery to be quick, we want this delivery to get it in 1 month, where it was not possible. So I had a face-to-face meeting with my client, and I said them, okay, this is not possible. So how we can get it done? How we can how we can do that? I had an open meeting. Instead of writing an email, I went to the client, had a one-to-one meeting, we sorted out. Or a stakeholder was resistant. I went to him and I asked him, what's the problem? And the community center was not agreeing with you. Whatever the problem is, put out your own answers. Now, team members have conflict. Mostly the conflict is because of schedule priorities. The conflict can be because they need a different resource, they need more money, whatever the conflict is, you need to resolve it. Another question that can come in interview, they will ask you, can you work under pressure? Now, this is such a typical question. Of course, if you have reached so far, if you have done your engineering, if you have done your PMP certification or any other thing, of course you can work under pressure. So here I would put one more extension to this question is that I would like, if they give you a chance, ask them, actually tell them Okay, this is an example when this happened. Give a specific example. Be very specific about the scenario. Okay, this happened at this way, and I handle into that pattern way. Okay, if you want me to go actually give you examples, I can give you example from construction since I've worked in electrical, mechanical, maintenance jobs. I can do that. Okay, now another interesting question is that what will you do about the office politics? Office politics. Most of the people, and I was also in your shoes, when it is asked about them, they will say, I don't like office politics. Guys, we are human. We are going to work with humans. And as a humans, there will always be politics. So instead of saying I don't like it, I always said that whatever gives value in an ethical way to my organization, I would do. And I always try to understand the concerns of other people. I will always try to understand the concerns that we need. And I try to use diplomacy. Now, politics get converted into diplomacy to see how we can add value into the organization, how we can add value into the organization way. So that really can help you. Now, some questions will be depending upon the job requirement. This is one of the mistake that when we go to the interview, we don't study for the organization. We don't study for the organization what organization is looking for, what organization is expecting here from us. We just go there and we don't even look into that. Guys, we are in the social world. Even the organization is government, they must have their monthly goals publicly. They must have their vision, their why statement, as Simon Sinek says, why they are in the business, right? For example, what I say that is basically you don't have to read any books in my program. But if you want to read, I have written books. You can do that. In my program, there will be a follow-up system. In my program, we do the humanized approach. So if I try to be more human approach there, right? So if you are in my organization, you can use my vision and share it into your story. That's very critical that you need to go to the organization website, go to their LinkedIn page, Instagram, TikTok. What do they need? Okay. Now, another question that need a little bit research from your side is that what is your salary expectations? What is your salary expectations? Please understand that for every job, there's a minimum salary. And now, even before the interview, they give a Google form to fill it, in which you put it, okay, this is my salary expectation, things of those nature. So you need to put that, okay, this is my salary expectation, and I am expecting this thing. And this will be my minimum salary, right? Less than that, I'm not gonna work. Less than that, I'm not gonna work. This is important thing. Why should I work with less salary than this one, right? I don't want to work with a salary that is less than this. I want this will be my minimum salary. Tell them here. This will gives you advantage over other people. First thing, you know what your worth is. And I say that a lot whenever I'm helping anyone for their interviews. People don't want to hire sheep. They want to hire lions, and they want to work with lions and wolf. Like nobody want a yes man. Yes, we do think there's a place for yes man in their place. There is a place for yes man, but not everyone wants to work with them. We want to work with the people who have their own thoughts. We want to work with the people who have their own ideas. We want to work with the people who can actually go to the next way and see how the things are working into that way. That's kind of very, very critical to understand here that we want to work with the people who have their mind, own mind. So be free to open to that thing, to what are they looking for. And that will actually differentiate you a lot from other places. Is that making sense to you? Now, next question is very important. The next question says that where do you see yourself in next 3 to 5 years. Now that goal can be even answered. That question could have been even answered in when you are giving introduction, that in 3 to 5 years I see myself at a better position in an organization like you, because I have always think to go to such places. That can be helpful, right? That can be a helpful thing to look into that way. Or so I would say, let's say you are applying for a project manager job, and you have worked as a project manager. So you would say that I look myself as a senior program manager or senior project manager in a multinational organization like you, since I will also be doing, if you plan the PGMP certification, I have PMP, and I will be adding into that way. That can be an important question. Okay, one thing I would say, you may get those questions. What do you think sets you apart from other candidates who are applying for this position? Now, when this question is asked, here you need to play at your strength. Here you need to define how you can add value to the organization. And this is a must ask question. How you will add value to the organization. So for that, how you differentiate? You need to know their goals. You need to know their revenue. You need to know what they want to do that. If you can do that, I'm sure you can help with that. So these are some of the question answers. I wanted to just share it. I had an idea on a Friday night. Why not make a video and share it with you? Do put in the comment, did you like this? Maybe I can make a series of it, but it depends if you like it or not. And do subscribe the channel, especially if you are preparing for PMP. I plan to add more things apart from PMP certification, interview questions, and things of those link, so that we can connect all the things that can help the students. But if you like it, and feel free to subscribe and share this video with anyone you find it is useful for them. Bye bye.